Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show.
Alright everybody, it's Paul Neese with the Raw Life Health Show, and we are in Melbourne, Australia. We just got here, and you can see behind us, this is the big railroad station here in Melbourne. This is the main street going right down Melbourne. This is Federation Square right over here, and you can see the interesting architecture all around here. So, we just left Sydney. We're in Melbourne. We're doing a talk tomorrow night in Melbourne. By the time you're seeing this, it might be after tomorrow night. But right now, I can tell you that Sydney reminded me of New York, and Melbourne's reminded me of San Francisco. That's the best way to sum it up. So we're going to go out and look around and everything else. And here we are in Melbourne. I just got to Melbourne a little while ago. I flew in from Sydney. And my friend Alan said there's a raw food restaurant. There's actually 2 raw food restaurants here in Melbourne. And we're at one of them right now, and it's called La Crue. And I just had a brief look in there. We're going to go in and check it out. We're going to order a couple of things, but if you ever get to the Melbourne area and you're interested in raw food, you definitely have to check out this place, because I can tell you, but just like looking at the menu, it looks like an amazing, amazing place. So everybody, all right, here we go. We're coming in, and as you can see right on the door, they were helpful enough to promote my upcoming lecture, which is going to be tomorrow night, which by the time you've seen this video, it might have already passed, but they have that right on the door. The first thing you see right here is a freezer with all this ice cream. They actually make raw food ice cream, and it's one of the things that I guess they're known for in this area, but it's called Nusheli's, and it's a raw food ice cream, and we might be fortunate enough to go back into the kitchen and see them make some of the ice cream and see how they do it. But it's a raw food ice cream, and they have strawberry, they have vanilla, they even have a tiramisu flavor. So I don't think they could ship it to the US, unfortunately, but if you're in Australia, you definitely should check that out. And then you just come around here and they have a whole bunch of takeout things, because they're not only a raw food restaurant, but they're also a takeout place where they have these things available. Here's cinnamon, maple walnut. Now, and they have here some kale chips. Kale chips made it to the other side of the world. But these look, they are great. I've had kale chips before. They have some granola, buckwheat granola. So that's just this little display right here. But as you can see on their menu, on their little postcard here, they just have a whole bunch of great looking things. We're going to take a look at some of them. If you want their website, you can just check out their website at www.lecru.com.au. And you can check out their website. Okay, here we are. They have some, here's their desserts. I mean, if you look at these pies here, absolutely look amazing. And I can't wait to taste some of those. And they have some pizza and some other products here, some raw things. And we come along here. And there's the famous raw food chef. She's getting some ice cream here out. She's making a dessert ice cream plate, if you can see that dessert ice cream plate. Here, let me look at that. Now, what kind of cake is that?
It's lemon poppy seed, chocolate ganache, lemon meringue pie, and then your 4 ice creams.
Wow, and that's all raw, right?
All raw.
Wow, wow. What's your name?
Nush.
Nush. Yep. Nush, and how long have you been making raw foods?
I've been making it since I've been working here, so a year and a bit. And then I studied about 2 years ago in New York with David Jubb.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, it looks great. I mean, I can't wait to have some of that. Thank you very much. And okay, what's the most popular dish on the menu?
Probably burgers.
The burgers.
Burgers are really popular, yeah.
All right, great. Thank you. We're gonna have to try that out. And we just come along here, and then we come into the kitchen, and here's some of the workers in the kitchen just working away really hard, getting some more desserts. But we just come along here, and then they just have a little courtyard here, and here's all of some of their dehydrators. They got a really interesting dehydrator system inside the kitchen that we'll look at later. But this is the real special part. You come out to this beautiful courtyard, and it's just an amazing courtyard, and it's just really, really beautiful, this courtyard. And there's some people enjoying some of the raw food here. there's a very interesting dehydrated system which we'll look at in a little while. But it's actually the world's first steam machine, one on top of another, that was converted to a dehydrator. And here's one of the chefs making the pizza. And she's going to let me be rude and just look over her shoulder.
Go first.
Oh, what's your name?
Jean.
Jean.
Hi, how are you?
Jean, you're making a pizza there, right?
I sure am.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. So,
trying to anyway, yeah.
okay, I'm disturbing Jean? Okay.
No, that's not what I mean.
Okay. Jean's from Ireland, and is there raw food there in Ireland?
No.
No,
No,
okay.
there's not.
Well, Jean's going to go back to Ireland one day and open up a raw food restaurant. No, I just said that, you know, I know they're hoping in Ireland that she does, but they need her here. And there's some other things. What's that in the background there?
That is some pasta and falafel.
Pasta and falafel.
Yes, some zucchini pasta.
Great. All right, we'll leave Jean to her dishes and everything else, and we'll see Jean later. All right, everybody, here's the menu to La Crue. This is actually a winter menu, so they have a seasonable menu. And they have soups, salads, pizzas, burgers, sandwiches. So it's a very extensive menu, and definitely come check it out if you're in the area. Alright everybody, here we go. We just got this open sandwich and this salad with this coleslaw dish. That's one of our first dishes we got. And here in Australia they have this popular green, which we'll see in our salad also. It's actually called a rocket green. And so we'll see that as well pretty soon. But that's one of the dishes we just got. Okay, here's the owner of this wonderful raw food restaurant here in Melbourne, Australia. Her name's Carola. And Carola, just tell us what inspired you to open up a raw food restaurant here in Melbourne, Australia.
Well, I suppose an illness with breast cancer might have been a starting point, particularly with understanding dietary needs and not what to eat. And having one foot in the Western camp and having another foot in the integrative medicine camp also helped. So it was a combination of things over a long time, 15 years.
Wonderful. And your menu was just so amazing. Have you visited a lot of raw food restaurants prior to opening this one?
Oh yes, we worked with Dr. Jubb in New York, and of course went to every place in New York that was offering raw food. Despite David's dislike of the word raw, living food is what he prefers to call everything. Yes, pure food and wine and quintessence and everything in between. Also Los Angeles and San Francisco, and looking at Living Light and to see how they run their culinary school. So,
what's your personal favorite recipe on the menu?
everything.
Everything. Okay, great. All right, give everybody your website so they can look at more.
3 W's, lecru.com.au.
Hey everybody, this is pretty cool. This is one of my favorite raw food books. It's by my friend David Jubb. And David Jubb, I know him from New York City. He's one of the first people I met on a raw food diet. And actually, here I am around the world in Australia, in Melbourne. And I met the owner of this restaurant just now. And she told me that David Jubb is right around the corner. And he's going to be here in a little while. So I'm going to get to see a good old friend. Me and David go way back. And we used to do parties at Caravan of Dream together, raw food parties. It is a great book. You can get it on my website on rawlife.com. But we'll try to get David on camera in a little while here. It's a great surprise. So check that out. All right, we're going to order some recipes here, and then hopefully bump into David, and then we'll show you the recipes we get, and we'll be back soon.
Good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.